Alrighty, what's up, everybody? Take two, because I had to step away for a second and I didn't want to do it, edit it, because I don't know how to edit it on the phone, so I'm sorry. Anyway, welcome everybody to another video on this Monday evening, January the 30th, 2023. Thank you all for watching right here on the former home of the Gilmore Chronicles, now known as the Shadow Slayer. And I'd like to welcome you once again inside the very dark and very evil Shadow Slayer. This is episode number 54 of the Shadow Slayer series. Thank you all for watching. My name is your Extreme God of Extreme. Wait, you know what I mean. The Extreme God of Extreme himself. That's me, Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit that subscribe button down below. In my pants. It's in my pants. Otherwise known as the description box below on this channel and my other channels as well in the description box below. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. But you gotta be real. If you're a fake account, you can go to fucking hell and suck a dick. And that's all I can say about that. But if you're real, follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And share the video all over the goddamn place. And don't forget to tap and tap that bell. Turn on all notifications, smash that button, smash it, like destroy it. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn video, and if you do, well, fuck you, man. That's too bad for you, because you're gonna have to unsubscribe, resubscribe again, hit the bell again, do all that shit again. Hopefully you'll get my notifications from Susan, unless Susan's a cunt, doesn't want to give it to you, because that's what she is, a fucking cunt. Turn on all notifications again, and hopefully you get my my videos that way. Or your best bet is to search my name, Peter Gilmore, in the search field. And if you find one of my channels, go to the channel where you can subscribe through there on my channel, on my just hit a video, one of my videos, and my channels will be right there. But if you want to watch past videos on the channel, go to my video section or my live section. The latest video and my past videos will be right there. Wish it was in one goddamn section like it used to be before, but it is what it is. But so if you want to watch past videos, go to my videos or my live section and do it that way. If you want the latest video, once again, go to my videos and live section. The newest video should be right there. And that's pretty much it. And if you're still having a problem, well, I can't help you. It's simple. Even a caveman can do it. But I digress. Anyway, let's move on with that. Alright. I hope you had a great Monday, ladies and gentlemen. Had a pretty decent weekend. It was kind of warm here in the Northeast, but now it's going down the shitter. Because by Friday night, really by Thursday night into Friday, it's going to be bone-chilling cold. Giving like 5 to 9 degrees by Saturday morning. And Saturday's high temperature is a bone-chilling 20 degrees here in the Northeast. And then by Sunday's back up to 40. Typical winter weather. It's cold. It's like bone-chilling cold. Like 3 to 5 days in a row. And then next thing you know, it's back up to 50 degrees. So yeah, so this weekend's gonna be bone-chilling cold, as we got that hedgehog on Thursday. Not that it matters what the fuck he sees. If he sees his shadow, whoop de goddamn dude. Doesn't? Well, who fucking cares? Shoot that fucking hedgehog. Nobody cares if we get 6 more weeks of winter or we get an early spring, which I would like, but doubt that we're gonna get that, but we'll see. So we got that on Thursday. And we got that. Should have a pretty good weekend this weekend. We got Vengeance Day from NXT. That should be a pretty good show. I'll be doing my predictions later this week with that. And then your review probably that night or on Sunday. But we'll see we got that. Speaking of Sunday, we got the Pro Bowl and nobody watches. And then the week after that, we got Super Bowl 57 that nobody, I guarantee nobody is going to watch. Most of the 2 teams that are in it, and I'll get to that in a little bit as the meat and potatoes of the video, but we got all that. So it should be a good week, hopefully a good week here in the Northeast or wherever you may be, and I hope you have a good week, and if not, well, too bad for you. And that's pretty much it. But I hope you had a great day today. It's the start of the new week. Tomorrow we end January. We start February on Wednesday. Very quick month of February. We got 3 weeks and it's over. And we got March coming up right around the corner. So then we got daylight savings time as well coming around. We got Valentine's Day, or as I call it, National You're Gonna Get Someday, which half of you probably won't be getting. But I mean, it is what it is, and we'll see what happens with that when we get there. So we got a long way to go with other stuff, going through February and going through March, and then we'll begin baseball season pretty damn soon. Can't wait for that. And let's move on with that. Alright, so on episode 54 of The Shadows Lair, before we get to the meat and potatoes, once again, we got Monday Night Raw coming your way in about 45 minutes from now. Should be a pretty good show. The fallout from a very disappointing, in my eyes, Royal Rumble, which saw Cody Rhodes return and win the men's Rumble, eliminating Walter, who lasted 61 goddamn minutes. Pretty damn good performance by Walter. We saw Booker T as a surprise entrant, returning to Booker T, saw that. We had Logan Paul in the Rumble, had a nice little interaction with Ricochet, that whole spot where they like met in the middle of the ring. That was just crazy. That was the only good spot of it. But yeah, Cody wins. Bobby Lashley and Brock went at it. Bobby eliminated Brock in like 3 minutes. Thanks for coming. So we're gonna see if something happens tonight with them. I assume they will be. I think they're in Lubbock, Texas. They're somewhere in Texas tonight. Nobody cares about it. Anyway, so we got that. But the main focus of tonight's show on Monday Night Raw is the United States title, and that will be contested inside the Elimination Chamber, as Austin Theory will defend the title for the first time inside the chamber against 5 other people, and we're going to get some Elimination Chamber qualifying matches tonight. We got Seth Rollins, Chad Gable, Johnny Gargano, and I think The Miz, all going to be in action to see who goes into the chamber and faces Austin Theory for said United States title. And that's it. Also, we're probably going to get some fallout with that Baka Sami Zayn and what he did to our tribal chief at the Rumble, basically doing another Shield style whack in the back to Roman, so countering his inner Seth Rollins. Whacked him in the back, and then for his troubles, he got knocked out by Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa and Roman. Well, Jey Uso, he's trying to plead with Sami, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then he sees the beat down, and he's like, oh, I'm not joining in. Sami's still my friend, technically. So he left, and everybody's like, well, what's going to happen with the tag team titles? And then Jey Uso goes on Instagram, and he says, me, Roman, let's run it back. So he wants to have a match with Roman. That's a bad idea, dude. So the tag team titles are kind of in limbo, per se, but more storytelling here, dumbasses. You think the Usos are they're gonna split up the tag team belts, they're gonna drop the tag team belts because Jey is gone. No. Think, dummies. Think. This is all a ploy for Jey to get back at Sami for what he did to his family, the tribal chief. He's gonna screw Sami at the Elimination Chamber because Sami's gonna get a title shot at the Elimination Chamber. He's gonna be this close to losing, and Jey's gonna come in and screw him. And there you're gonna see it. Montreal Screwjob 2. And that's it. Roman's gonna retain, go to WrestleMania, face off against Cody Rhodes. But then again, I have this feeling that there might be some weird thing happening at the Chamber. We're gonna get like Roman will win, probably like disqualification, some shit like that. And then Sami's gonna be all pissy, like, I want my title shot, I want a rematch, I want a fair and square rematch. And then Dumbbell Adam Pearce are like, hey, let's split up the belts. Roman, you face Sami Zayn on night 1, and on night 2, you face Cody for the Universal title. And that's how you split up the belts. So Sami will get his moment, win the WWE title, or Cody gets the WWE title, changes that to the Winged Eagle title, because he mentioned that to Hunter, and he had a picture on his Instagram page. So I think the Winged Eagle title might make a comeback. Not that I really care about it. Well, it's great to see it, but I'm not happy about it, but whatever. You know, and then the WWE the Universal title will probably go in the garbage, where it should be. I mean, but we'll have to see what happens with that. They might still go the route of Kevin and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn reforming Dean Jericho to face the Usos for the undisputed tag team belts at WrestleMania Night 1, win the belts, and then eventually Night 2, Roman loses to Cody, and then the entire Bloodline storyline goes bye-bye for now. But even if Cody wins, he ain't gonna hold it that long. He's not holding it at least a year. He's not gonna hold it like Roman holding it for 3 years and shit like that, but nah. I see Cody holding it probably till SummerSlam, or probably around War Games. Well, he'd probably be in War Games, but I say maybe he might lose it around that time, or lose it by the Royal Rumble next year. 2, probably Roman Reigns. I think Roman will get it back, or, I mean, some big top heel is gonna face Cody, maybe like a Seth Rollins or somebody is going to take the title off Cody sometime later this year or early next year. Or maybe by WrestleMania 40 next year in Philly. I hope it snows next year in Philly. I really do. So those idiots that go there besides Issa and everybody, the journalists there besides Issa and everybody, they don't get snowed in. Everybody else can get snowed in. They can stay at a nice hotel. But whatever. Yeah, WrestleMania 40 next year in Philly, ladies and gentlemen, in April. Think about it. It could rain, it could snow, it could be a monsoon. Not gorilla monsoon, but monsoon. And we'll see what happens with that. That's why I don't like Northeast WrestleManias that don't really have a dome. Like Tampa. Tampa was great, even though, at WrestleMania 37, where it rained both nights and he still got it off. You can't predict the weather sometimes in April, especially in April, but usually in, Florida, it's usually warm, it's nice, rarely you'll get a thunderstorm and a tornado or whatever like that, but in the Northeast, in April, in an open-air stadium like Philly, you run the risk of snow, rain, very windy. It's just not good. Not good weather. And if you're lucky, you'll get 50, 60 degree weather. So a lot of people will be wearing hoodies, maybe some warm jackets, grabbing some cocoa and stuff like that. But, we'll have to see when we get to April of next year. But we got all that. So it should be an interesting night of action tonight on Monday Night Raw. And I will be going on Issa's panel in a little bit, if she's even doing it. I think she is, because she is back in Puerto Rico. So, that was a quick trip there, dude. But she's back. Hopefully we'll see her lovely self tonight on her channel. And, yeah, I'm going to enjoy 3 hours of sleep. Because that's what Monday Night Raw is. 3 hours of sleep. That's all I got to say about that. And we'll see what happens with that. NXT tomorrow should be an interesting show. The go-home show before Vengeance Day. That's good. We got Dynamite on Wednesday night. That's going to be pretty damn interesting from Dayton, Ohio. Moxley, Adam Page 3. Can't wait for that. We got Kosuke Takeshita taking on Brian Cage, the Machine. We got Jade Cargill going for 50-0 against From Your Mama's Kitchen, Red Velvet. And she's going to win. I don't know why. She's going to win. Why do you have her beat Red Velvet to become number 50? That's beyond me. And then we got Bryan Danielson against Timothy Thatcher. Oh, that's going to be a banger of a match. And we'll see what happens with that. That'd be match number 4 for Bryan Danielson. And next week in Texas, I believe they're going back to Texas, I think, next week, would be match number 5 in the 5-match gauntlet for Bryan Danielson. And who he takes on, I would love it to be Kenta or Marufuji or Morishima. But somebody from Japan, it should be. Let him his biggest test. Cage wasn't really a test. It was just Cage. But it is what it is. This week, it looks like a good test with Timothy Thatcher, who can break your arm in 6,000 places. Hey, how about next week you bring in Zack Sabre Jr.? It's problem solved right there. Do it. Let's do it, Tony. Not like that. That's not what I meant. Idiots. But anyway, we'll see what happens on Wednesday night. And that's it. Then we got Friday Night SmackDown. The SmackDown fallout from the Rumble. I would assume maybe we'll see Roman there. Some other stuff. Like I said, Ricochet and Braun Strowman taking on Imperium to see who faces the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Most likely at the Elimination Chamber. But we'll see what happens with that. And we move on then this Saturday we got Vengeance Day, and we get all through that. Alright, I talked for like 15 minutes. So I want to do a quick Raw preview, then get to my meat and potatoes. It's like to have an appetizer before you get to the main meal, you know what I mean? But anyway, let's get into that. Alright, so yesterday was the NFC and AFC Championship games. To see who goes to the Super Bowl in Arizona on February the 12th. And I have to say, these were the worst officiated games in NFL history that I've seen. Horrible officiating. Horrible. I mean, it was ridiculous. Let's get to the NFC game, because that's what started off the day at 3 o'clock. We had the 49ers taking on those pedophile Eagles in that shithole stadium of Lincoln Financial Field. And wasn't a great game for the Niners. They just came out flat, and they fell down 7-0. Wasn't really nervous about it. I was like, we'll come back, and we did. We did eventually. We came. They got a score. Really, Kyle, you idiot, should have challenged that play when they Hurst threw the ball down the field, and the guy caught it, but then he felt it. He caught it, and he was controlling the ball, and it hit the ground on the way down. As replay clearly showed, he dropped the ball, but Kyle, saw the replay and was like, so let's just keep going, because we didn't want to, I understand Kyle didn't want to lose a timeout very early in the game. It was 2-3 minutes into the game, he already lost a timeout. But I think he would have won the challenge. What's the risk, dude? Come on. But anyway, the Eagles scored, and then right after that, the Niners come right back. Christian McCaffrey was a fucking beast. Nice little 30, 40-yard run. Makes the game tied up at 7, and that's basically all the Niners got after that. Because in the second quarter, stupid penalties, 4 or 5 straight penalties on the Niners. Face mask penalty, unnecessary roughness penalty on Dre Greenlaw. Dude, stop doing that. I know you're a great player, Dre, but can you stop? I know you're an aggressive dude. Stop it. Really, I'm serious. I'm saying this as a Niner fan and a football fan, Dre Greenlaw. Stop! Control your anger. I'm not going to say anything bad about what Trent Williams did at the end of the game, taking one of those fucking Eagles and boom! Body slamming that motherfucker. That was deserved. Was it all high and mighty? Oh, we're winning 31-7. Look at us. Fuck you, okay? And yeah, Brock Purdy was doing some good things, and then the defense. Give credit to the Eagles' defense. They were really, really, really giving the Niners' offense fits, and we gotta get rid of McGlinchey. You fucking suck, dude. Get out of San Francisco. I don't care where you go. I don't care if you retire. Get the fuck out of the National Football League, because you suck as an offensive lineman. Get out. Why? Because on said play, Brock goes back. He threw the ball. He hits Brock right in the arm, right in the elbow area. And at first it was incomplete, and then on further review, it was a fumble, giving the Eagles the ball back. They went down the field to score, making it 14-7. And then Brock was out of the game to bring in Josh Johnson, who did nothing. Guy is garbage, dude. Garbage. We need I'm saying it right now. When the draft comes at the end of April, we need to draft a quarterback that can back up Brock. As I don't think Trey Lance is gonna stay in San Francisco just to be a backup to Brock Purdy. Come on, but in any case, Brock was out of the first half. He comes back in for a little bit, and all he did was just handoffs, maybe a dump pass here and there. But yeah, his elbow was shattered, and he went for an MRI today. And sadly, he tore his UCL, which is right around this area. And he's going to be out for 6 months. So he's going to be out till training camp, basically. Probably by the start of the season. I don't think he's going to... well, if he gets lucky, he'll be back for training camp in July. But, with the rehab, I would say he doesn't start this coming season in September. So I'm thinking they're gonna keep Trey Lance for now. Let him go through the 2 weeks or whatever, how many games they're gonna do for the preseason, and then I assume Brock will probably start maybe week 1 or week 2, week 3. Probably the first couple of weeks he might be off, depending on his rehab and how he gets out of rehab and if he's throwing like dimes and shit like that. But I can see Trey Lance starting week 1 of the 2023 season. As far as Jimmy Garoppolo goes, sayonara, dude. I don't think it'd be wise to even keep him. But, the Niners are going to give in a lot of guys, going to have a lot of cap space. They have a lot of freaking draft picks this year. So, that's going to help, because we need a lot of help in the offensive line and a little bit on secondary, because they give up a lot of big plays. Not so many, but a few here and there. Maybe get a couple extra defensive linemen, not that we need them, because we got Bosa, we got Fred for Warner, we got Greenlaw, we got Armstead. We got a pretty good defense going into next year, so I'm okay with it. But I would get a couple of defensive linemen, not defensive linemen, sorry, secondary guys to help out here and there. Get some offensive linemen that can block, so we don't have Brock Purdy getting hurt almost every game next year. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But, yeah, so the Niners... Let me see how much time I got. 22 minutes. Okay. So the Niners season ends on a really bad note. I didn't think it was going to be this bad, but, after Brock got hurt and was done for most of the game, I was like, this game is over. I didn't even want to watch the game after that. It was still close. I was thinking maybe if the Niners get a big score in the second half, make this a one-score game. Then I'm thinking, even with that idiot Josh Johnson there, maybe you can get a spark here and there. No, not really, because Josh Johnson got knocked out of the game with a concussion. And who do we have left? Really, Christian McCaffrey or Kyle Juice, number 44 in your program, 44 in your heart. So we had emergency backups that really don't play quarterback that much. So, we were basically done. Because after that, Brock was like throwing. So I was like, oh, Brock. I was like saying to my dad, because I was like, while watching it with my dad's, I was like, I don't give a shit if Brock has a freaking, his freaking tendon is coming out of his freaking arm. Let him come in, and I don't care if if he gets hurt again, I don't care if he's out for another year or two. We need a spark. We didn't get that, so now he's gonna be out 6 months. Hopefully recovery time is not too, he's probably gonna get it like tomorrow or this week. And then you gotta add 6 months to that, so that's August. So I would think he's gonna miss the first couple weeks of the season. Probably I would see him week 4 or week 5. So probably I would say October minus the rehab. I would say by October we'll see Brock Purdy back on the sidelines and on that goddamn field in Santa Clara, California. But we shall see what happens with that. But I'm not mad about the game last night. I'm not disappointed. I'm disappointed, but it was just a battle of attrition, and the Eagles just played dirty like they always do. That's why they call them the Dirty Birds. And knocked out the star quarterback, and wasn't lucky 13 for the Niners. They came in 12-0. They're going for number 13, and they did not perform to their potential. That's all I gotta say about that. So, congratulations to EDP and his pedophile Eagles. They go to the Super Bowl, and they will face the Kansas City Chiefs, who should not have been there. Who should not be there. Why? Because the officiating sucked. Especially at the end of the game. But I will digress on that. But yeah, it was a good game. I would say that. It was a great game, and it just came down to a very stupid penalty on the Bengals with unnecessary roughness, giving the Chiefs more yards to kick that game-winning field goal. They go back to the Super Bowl for the first time since 2020, where they won that Super Bowl against you-know-who. Don't want to go there. But in any case, so it's going to be Eagles versus the Chiefs in probably the worst Super Bowl you'll ever see next Sunday in Arizona on Fox. And Rihanna's going to do the halftime show, which should be good. I'm not going to watch. I might not watch all the game. So I personally don't care about the Super Bowl. I really don't. I mean, if it was the Niners, I would care more, but I didn't even care about it last year, really. I was hoping the Bengals would win. I did watch some of it, but it was a good game, near the end. And, the Rams won. Which made a couple of people that I used to know happy, but I mean, it is what it is. So now I don't even want to watch this game, but, I would do my, next week, I would do my Super Bowl predictions. I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna give you a spoiler. Kansas City's gonna win. Because there is no way in hell the Eagles are gonna pop up 31 points on the Chiefs. Probably not. I doubt that. I think Mahomes and company are gonna have a big game plan. Andy Reid against his former team, where he won the Super Bowl with. So there's a big backstory to that. You got the Kelsey brothers going at it. But it should be, I think it'd be a low-scoring game, probably like 24-21. But I'm thinking the Chiefs will get their second Super Bowl under Andy Reid. It's going to be another rental because you're going to give it right back to the Niners. So look at that. And then after February 12th, we're done till the grant, which is at the end of April. Then we start talking about training camp in end of June and July. And then we really don't talk about the preseason. Then September, I believe the 6th or the 7th of this year, started the 2023-2024 season. And for the Niners, once again, it is the revenge of the revenge of the revenge of the revenge tour, or as I like to call it, the Revenge Tour Part 4. And we'll see what happens with that. Already got the schedule out. Pretty damn tough. I think got the Jets this year. I think they got the Giants as well this year. I know the Jets and Giants, I think, play each other this year. So that should be fun. And yeah, and the rumor going around that Brady might be coming to the Bay. No, I don't want that overrated, overhyped bum. I don't want him. Let him go back to his house with his deflated balls, and go fuck himself. Brady, do not even come back. Don't even sniff San Francisco again. Just retire. Please, retire. Don't come back saying, I want to play in San Fran, and then, Kyle and, George is like, we could use another quarterback to back up, to start, and then we have Brock and Trey as a backup. No, I'd rather go with Brock Purdy, who went 12-0, and, if his arm didn't fall off, I think that game would have been much closer than it was. I'm just saying that as a fan. And that's it. All right, so we'll have to see what happens with that. So I really don't want Brady coming to the Niners. I think he's going to retire. As far as Rodgers go, there's a big rumor that he's going to the Jets. Oh, yeah. Well, you have Favre, and how did that go? Not very well. And you're going to bring in overpriced, overhyped bum like Rodgers to save your franchise, Woody Johnson? No. No. Rodgers, you should retire too. You know, take your discount double check, go with Brady, go have a house somewhere, and go fuck each other. I don't give a shit. I personally don't give a shit about both of them. Fuck them all. Retire or you can become analysts to each other. That sounded wrong, but okay, whatever. But yeah, I don't want Brady in San Fran. I could care less if Rodgers goes to the Jets because the Jets hired Nathaniel Hackett, who was on the Broncos. Big deal. And as far as the Mecca Ryans go, the big San Francisco 49ers guru, defensive guru, he's going to have talks with the Texans this week. If it goes well, he's going to be hired, which will really suck for the Niners defense. I don't know who can replace that guy, because that guy was pretty damn good. Not like Robert Saleh good, but, you know. But there's going to be a lot of new changes, new coaches around the league. And we'll have to see what happens after the Super Bowl, where everybody ends up. And that's all I got to say about that. So, I'm going to go. I'm going to get ready for Monday Night Raw. And maybe I'll be back later tonight, if not tomorrow, with my Monday Night Raw review. And that's it. But leave me your thoughts and opinions. What do you think about the AFC and NFC championship games and Monday Night Raw tonight and everything else I talked about? Leave a comment down below. Smash that like button, please. Smash that subscribe button. Smash that bell. It's there for a reason. And that's all I got to say about that. So I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. If you're not down with that, you're like the pedophile Eagles. You can go fuck yourselves. And the 49ers and all football fans around the world, to the Chiefs and to the Eagles fan base, we got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man! And that's it. Enjoy Raw. It's gonna suck.